Hey everyone, Julie Heath here. Yeah, this is the real me. No makeup, just got out of bed, like whatever. So transparency. So it's the end of week 1, and I wanted to do a check-in with you all and see how you're doing. So how you doing? I wanted to go through and just kind of give you an update on how I keep on my assignments. So at the beginning of the week, I kind of set up my planner to where I front load most of my assignments. And I save a few of the assignments for the end of the week, but I basically try to get them done at the beginning of the week so that I get it out of the way. That doesn't always happen. So at the end of the week, so today's Friday, and I am going back through my assignments, and I'm just making sure that I didn't miss anything. And I'm also making sure that if whatever I didn't do, I'm creating another checklist so that I can go through those assignments and get those done today. I like to make sure that I have at least 1 or 2 days off from doing homework. My kids like that too, and my husband. So I want to try to, protect that time with my family as well. I don't have a full-time job right now. So those of you who do have a full-time job, your schedule is going to be a lot different than mine, and yours will be mostly like every single day you go at it. I did have quite a few things couple semesters ago. So yeah, I feel ya. And it has not always been this easy for me. But it's going to be a lot about time management and making sure that you are utilizing whatever time that you do have, loving on those kiddos whenever you can, you know what I mean? Snuggles, tucking in bed, making, do all the things. But you also have to make sure you get your assignments done and turned in. You do have 7 days, so utilize the time that you do have. There are some assignments that can be turned in late. I don't suggest it. I'm not suggesting it. But if it gets to that point where you just don't have enough time in the day, maybe save 1 or 2 of those assignments that you can turn in on Monday for the end, so that you're getting the ones that you have to turn in on time early on in the week. Okay, so make sure you're looking at that as well. So I looked at my schedule, and there were a few assignments that I did not get done early on in the week, and so I am creating another checklist today. And I'm done with 2 of my classes, but there are 2 classes that I just have to follow up on and do some discussion board replies and 1 or 2 other assignments. So I created that checklist, and now I am getting started. All right, y'all, I'm in my car. I'm picking up my child from school. Part of life. I also have my computer, and guess what I'm doing while I'm waiting? Homework. This is your friendly reminder to go back through your introductory discussion post and reply. Go back through and reply to the 3 or however many your professor requires, or more. You can do more if you want to. Go back and reply to at least 3 people in the discussion board, okay? This is your nice reminder to do that. I have 4 courses, okay? It's easy to get lost in the courses. I found myself this morning going through all of my, assignments, I wanted to make sure I get everything done. And I was going through the discussion posts, and I realized that, I was like, okay, I have a couple more to do. And I started replying. And then I realized I already completed the requirement for this course. And then I thought I went into the last one But no, I was still in the same course, replying. 5 replies later, I went through and was like, oh, I should be done now, right? So I went through all of the grade books because that's an easy way to find out if you have completed the requirements, and I'll show you a little bit of how to do that in a moment. So I went through all the grade books, and come to find out, I had 3 of my courses done, completely done. And one of them had 0 replies. I was like, oh no, I was doing all the replies in the wrong courses. So make sure that you're keeping track. Make sure that you're looking at the rubric as well, because some of the requirements are that in your responses, it has to be at least 150 words. So if you're not getting full points, please keep that in mind. Mine tend to be lengthy, so I don't really have a problem with that. But just make sure you're not doing like 2 or 3 sentences and that's the end of it. All right, so I'm going to show you really quick how to check the grade books for how many replies that you've done, so that you know how many to do. All right, so as you can see, I am in my BSN 445. I'm just going to go to the grade book under grades on the left-hand side, and then it will show you all the things I've done. I'm going to do introduction discussion. I'm going to click on the words introduction discussion, and then you can see I've done 1, 2, 3 replies. So it shows you your initial reply, and then it will show you however many you've done after that. And then if you want to go into the next one, you can go into, I forget which one that was. Oh, I think that was 445. We can go to 465. Same thing, grades. Just to double check, this one's already graded, so I don't technically need to go into it because I know that I hit the requirements, but I'm just going to show you. Same thing, grades there, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Pretty simple, pretty easy to do. So that's where you go to see how many replies you've done. All right, so it's the end of the day. I have completed all of my assignments and I'm done for the week. My daughter is dying to spend time with me. So that's the next step. But I wanted to let you know, the first thing that I do when I'm done with the week is I check on the next week. So I don't wait till Monday to check on what I have going on next week. I pretty much, whenever I'm done with the current week, I start focusing on the next week. If I can get ahead, great. There are some courses that you will be able to do that in. Some courses you will not be able to do that in. Then I start making my schedule for next week. So I have my planner. This week is done. I've already gone through and I did not check off the last couple things. I need to check off. Check. Okay, those are done. Now I have already gone through and put the lines on my planner for each class. So now, same thing as I did on the first day of school, I will go through and look at the agenda and / to-do list, and I will start making my lists for each class of things that I need to do. I also keep in mind that like Sunday, tomorrow is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all you moms. So I'm not going to be able to do any work ahead for the rest of this week. And Monday, I have a few things going on. So I'm going to have to put like the least amount of stuff on Monday for myself. And then I'll probably start Tuesday. Tuesday for me works best for all of my webinars. So I will try to get all of my webinars in on Tuesday. And then, yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, I try to keep the first half of the week clear if I can. And the rest of the week is open for whatever else comes up. So I'm not going to volunteer in my daughter's class earlier in the week. I'm not going to um, have a doula shift because I am a doula and I do the night shift. And so I'm not going to purposely plan on being doing that early in the week. So usually I'll do like on the weekends or like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, something like that. So there's that. So keep that in mind. In my schedule, I ask my husband what he has going on and my older kids what they have going on so that I know I can be available for like cheer or any sports or whatever else is going on for the weekend. So that's just me. That's how I plan my week. Hope that's helpful. If not, you'll figure it out. You'll figure out what works for you and just stick with it and keep going and check it off as you go. All right, y'all, that's it for me for today. I hope you had a wonderful first week and keep on keeping on. You got this.